Good afternoon, family. Thanks for checking out today's video. This is take 2 of going live today, May 13th, 2022. Thanks for checking out my video. If you are new here, my name is Jonathan, and I created this channel as a way to record my progress as I work towards my goal of losing 300 pounds in 3 years. If you'd like to join the family, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you click on the bell icon so you'll get notified when I go live or post new videos. Let's see. And also hit that thumbs up button. It really helps out the channel. If you'd like to participate on the discussion, you can join me on my live streams most weekdays, or outside of my live streams, you can consider joining our Discord. There's a link for that down in the description below. Also, if you're interested in getting some ideas of the meals that our family eats on our whole food plant-based diet, there is a link to a Pinterest board down below. Give me 1 second here to get my stuff together, because everything got screwed up because my audio wasn't working, which is something that I have not had happen in months. So I quit checking it. Today is day 559 of my 3-year challenge to lose 300 pounds. I've used a combination of a whole food, plant-based, salt, oil, sugar-free diet to lose over 210 pounds. I am 18 months through my challenge, so that means I have 18 months left to go. I'm very happy with how things have been going so far, and I'm looking forward to the next 18 months. If anybody has any non-scale victories they'd like to share, I'd love to hear your non-scale victories. I'd love to hear how you are doing on your diets. If you have fallen off the wagon or you haven't gotten started yet, what's keeping you from getting started? What are you going to do to make getting on your diet or staying on your diet easier than the alternative? Carrie's checking in, says, there you are. Happy Friday. Anthony says, hello. Somebody did say hello on the stream before, but I don't have any of that chat before. So hopefully you found me, or you're back and you found this here. The FA wagon is dragging me along. You bet. That's what we're looking for. All right. Let me switch over to the main page here. I hope everybody had a great evening. Since yesterday, I had a decent evening. I'm trying to think if there was anything that kept me real busy. I think I was just, I cut grass last night. No. Oh my, everything runs together. All the days run together. I don't think I cut grass last night. I cut grass all day today. If you see my face might be a little bit red, it's because I got some sun today. Carrie went shopping with Danny last night to pick up some stuff for the Cub Scout trip, and they did a pretty good job getting some vegan options together for Danny and the rest of the people camping. I think they did pick up a little bit of lunch meat that would have been unvegan, as my 5-year-olds like to say. Is that unvegan lunch meat last night? But the couple things I wanted to talk about. The first thing I was going to talk about is a little bit of a non-scale victory. Today, I knew that I was going to be outside a bit doing yard work here at my office. And so I wore a t-shirt, or I had a t-shirt on all day. And then right before the stream, I put this shirt on that I grabbed to wear while in front of the camera. And this is a shirt that I was going to check the tag size. I don't think that I can check it. This is it's a 6X shirt, as goofy as that was to watch me just do. This is a 6XL shirt, and I just grabbed it this morning. I didn't even think about it when I grabbed it, but I'm going to stand up and see if I can. It's just ridiculous how big it is. I just grabbed it because it was in my dresser. I didn't even look at the size, and I like the color of it. I didn't even think about it being one of my fat shirts. The funny thing is that when I was at my largest, I would not have tucked this shirt in because there wouldn't really have been enough fabric for me to tuck the shirt in and be comfortable and not feel like I was the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man or see my belly roll. Anthony says eating plant-based foods can change how you taste fish and stuff. Like, absolutely. It changes how you taste everything. And really what changed a lot for me is getting rid of that salt, like really unlocking those flavors and being able to taste carrots and cucumbers and celery and get like the saltiness from the celery, which is something I never really got before. And just amazing how much your taste buds can change by introducing these foods. I try to get my kids to eat some of these healthier foods, and I try to explain it to them that it's this whole process where you eat the food and you taste the food, but your body, the first time you have that food, your body doesn't know what kind of nutrients are in that food. So it isn't until after that food that you've eaten gets into your stomach, your gut microbiome starts to process it, and it realizes how many nutrients are in there, that it kind of sends a signal back to the brain saying, hey, if that comes up again, let's get more of that because we found a lot of nutrients from that food. So then the next time you eat that food, your brain kind of had gotten this feedback from your internal system that was good stuff to have. So it actually causes you to taste it. It increases the taste for you. And that's my opinion, I guess. I'm not a doctor, but I always feel like that's why there's such a lag that, is even after I fasted for that huge period of time, the first week or two eating plant-based foods, I was like, it's all right. I'm eating it because it's part of this plan that I'm doing and I'm going to do my best with it. And then 2-3 weeks in, I'm eating the same mega veggie chili that I had before. And I was just blown away. I was like, wow, this really tastes so much better than it did last time. Anthony says, tie a rope around your shirt and take it out and fly it like a kite. Yeah, I think that I'm far too close to an airport where I'm at to do that right now. They would think that it was some sort of unidentified flying object and send the government after me. So Anthony said that he had been eating veggies for a day or so, and then he had some tuna fish, and it just was not a pleasant taste. And then this YouTube channel helps out a lot. I appreciate that, Anthony. I really do appreciate that you've been following me for a very long time, getting me through that plateau or the Great Plains, as I like to say, of the last 9 months where I had not been able to budge that 315, kind of 310 pound barrier. So you being here also helps me out a lot as well. So yeah, that's a non-scale victory. I think it might be time to retire this shirt. The sleeves hang down past my elbows, and I think it's time to get rid of the 6X shirts from my closet. I'm not going back to that again, and I don't need them around anyhow. So that's my non-scale victory today. Like I said, I'd love to hear your guys' non-scale victories if you had any. The topic that I put, I don't know how I talk about the food that I eat and not talk about the topic that I have up here. Jane says that she found me on Chef AJ, such an inspiration. Thanks, Jane. I hope everything's going great for you today. Have you pooped today? So yesterday after the stream, I went home and I felt like I just ate a ton of food all afternoon. I did take a few photos. I didn't take photos of everything, but give me a second here. Hopefully I don't have an issue with this like I had with my audio getting started here. But let me switch over to my photos. We're going to see what I took for photos. I really only took a couple photos of the food. But when I got home, dinner wasn't quite ready. And one of my favorite snacks is Ezekiel bread with Crazy Richard's nut butter. And so there is a photo of the 4 slices of that I ate last night. And I was so hungry, I took a photo. I took a bite out of one before I even took a photo. So that was kind of my pre-dinner snack that I had last night. Is that Ezekiel bread. And then Carrie had made some chickpea tikka masala, one of my favorite meals that we have. All kinds of amazing vegetables. It was really steaming hot, and so that's why the photo is a little bit foggy here. But lots of great food, flavors in there: onions, tomatoes, chickpea or garbanzo beans, spinach, and probably some other wonderful ingredients that I believe that this is on our Pinterest board. It's the chickpea tikka masala. Really one of our favorite meals that we have, kind of a staple that we have once or twice a week. Let me hide that. So me throwing my phone around. So those are the photos of the food that I took. But then after dinner, an hour or so later, I was still kind of hungry. And so I ended up having a bowl of shredded wheat with some West soy milk, or West soy is the brand name. And then it's soy milk, which is unsweetened. And then some raisins. And I had some of that before dinner or kind of later in the afternoon because I was still feeling just hungry. And I do that sometimes. I just eat a bunch of shredded wheat to fill up my gut and generally don't feel too guilty about doing it. I was a little bit nervous that my weight was going to be way up because of how much I had last night. And then this morning I had our oatmeal and I had some more of the Ezekiel bread with nut butter this morning too. So I've eaten a ton of food since yesterday, just ridiculous amount of food. And so today I have been I guess reaping the rewards of all that food, if that's what you want to call it. There's something that is just weirdly satisfying about having a good poop. And I'm sure that anybody who eats a volume of food like I eat has had a similar experience. But I did get on the scale when I got to work today, and I was heavier than I wanted to be. But I also have had a few bowel movements today, and I'm actually lost pounds of weight today because I've gone to the bathroom a couple times, and all that fiber from that food that I ate just kind of flushes through the system and pushes everything out. And it's just a weird sensation, and it's really satisfying. It's something that when I fasted for that long period of time, you just don't have that happen anymore. And then, hold on a second. Let me send that and see if maybe he texts me back. So yeah, it's just this weirdly satisfying, result of eating so much fiber. And just in diets in the past, a lot of times I, do the calories in, calories out, or highly restrict the amount of food I eat. And you just never have a satisfying bowel movement if that's the way you're eating. Same thing with fasting. During that period of time, it's just a weird deal that you don't have that. And I do remember it being very satisfying after I started eating again and having my digestive system work again. So one of the things that I don't know how long it'll take, but I'm always surprised at the volume. It's always just amazing at how much your food how much your body kind of processes and pushes out. I've done a video on it before where I talked a little bit about it. There's a lot of focus on calories in, calories out. And I think that there should be more focus on the calories absorbed versus the calories out. Because when you eat a whole food plant-based diet, you're eating these foods with their cell walls and their skin on them, and your body doesn't necessarily absorb all of the nutrients from those foods when you eat them, and it doesn't get a chance to by the time it gets pushed out. And so there is some to be Carrie says our kids would really be enjoying this conversation. Yeah, so it's all about poop. We're gonna talk about poop before the weekend. I guess when I think about this, it also brings up a lot of awful memories of my experiences with having to go to the bathroom at the 520 pounds. It is, I don't know. I mean, there's so many different things I could talk about, but the biggest thing is for me to go to the bathroom before, there had to be a set of things that were in place. Like, I could go to the bathroom at work and I could go to the bathroom at home because I had space to do what I needed to do in order to go to the bathroom. But I really couldn't go to the bathroom at a public restroom unless it was the handicap stall. Like, I was unable to go number 2 in a regular bathroom stall at like a restaurant or at a convenience store. I would have to use the handicap stall because I would need that space to even reach what I needed to reach. And it was it's just weird to have that kind of restriction. And then also to be like sitting in the handicap stall and just hoping that there wasn't somebody in a wheelchair that was going to be coming in. I have to take this call because they keep bugging me. I'm going to mute the mic and I'll be right back. Okay. I guess we'll see if they call me again. I missed the call the second time. I got a lot of things going on with work, and so there's some things that I don't want to miss, I guess. It's not outside of business hours here, but my day ends at 4 as far as work go. Anthony says, yes, handicap stalls is a real thing. Yeah, I think that there's probably many people that have suffered from being, grossly overweight, that is the only option for them is to use a handicap stall. And it is embarrassing. And it's a weird thing to have, but it was part of my life. It was just, if I had to do that, I would have to use a handicap stall, and it still wasn't comfortable or easy. The reaching those areas is difficult. I mean, I could barely touch my toes when I was 520 pounds. And so going to the bathroom and being able to clean up after myself was an issue. And another kind of embarrassing thing that would happen with me is that I was a serial toilet seat breaker. I had many times had to go to Home Depot and buy a replacement toilet seat for our bathroom because the way I had to go about wiping put a lot of pressure on my toilet seat, and I would occasionally break the toilet seat, and it would be more than once a year, maybe twice a year, that I would have to go and replace the toilet seat. And it's just so frustrating, and I had it down, I bought and maybe it was my fault that I didn't buy stronger toilet seats, but I had bought a toilet seat that was really easy to replace. And I think that they're all pretty easy to replace, but then I would just buy that same version of toilet seat, so it was very easy to replace. I also bought that. Originally, we bought these toilet seats because they had these things for potty training kids, and our kids were at that age that they were potty training, and so I mean, and they're not super expensive. It's like $30 or $40 for a toilet seat. And so, but it was just part of my life that occasionally I would break a toilet seat and I'd have to go replace it. I don't think I ever broke anybody else's toilet seat. I'm sure that I didn't, I'm sure I stressed out other people's toilet seats, but, I know for sure that I broke the toilet seat in my bathroom many times in the past 5 years. And then also the toilet seat at my work, I broke once or twice in the past few years as well. Carrie says, we've had the same toilet seat for well over a year now. Yes, I say that, then I'm going to go home and end up breaking it, doing something stupid, right? Just make sure I don't start dancing on the toilet seat, and I think I should be okay. So anytime I think about, going to the bathroom or pooping, it really brings up kind of those memories of how difficult it was to deal with that. And just embarrassed, the embarrassment of it. And I don't know. It's just, it's a weird thing to talk about and to bring up, but now I have a completely different relationship with the toilet. I love the toilet. We actually, as weird as it is, years and years ago, I bought a bunch of squatty potties and gave them to my brothers as like a joke because I thought it was a funny thing. And we have a squatty potty at our house that we've had for years that we never used because I don't think I physically could have gotten into a squatty potty when I was at 520 pounds, to be able to even elevate my feet, the 8 to 10 inches that they elevate it with the squatty potty wouldn't have been possible. And now I definitely enjoy using the squatty potty. I think that we're probably designed to poop in that position more so than the normal standard toilet position. Colleen says it's an honest thing to share. You love your squatty potty. Also, bidets, you can't live without mine. Yes, we have not gotten the bidet, but we have talked about that. It's another weird thing to, but anyways, yeah, we've talked about getting a bidet. I know that they were really popular right at the beginning of the pandemic, I think, because there was a toilet bowl shortage or toilet paper shortage. But that is one of those things that we've discussed getting. But yeah, so the squatty potty, I don't know. It's just a weird thing that is a simple add-on to a toilet that I think really helps kind of get things moving and helps you get everything out in the end. And so that's my poop talk for the day. I don't know if it just, I mean, it's such a different relationship though that I have with the restroom, and it's a weirdly satisfying thing. And it might be because, it means if you're pooping a lot, it means that you're bringing a lot of food in that you are processing. So it's probably good overall. And I really feel like eating those bowls of shredded wheat and eating that Ezekiel bread really cleans out my system. And again, I'm amazed that I'm not 100 pounds heavier than I was yesterday. Carrie says, you see a bidet in our future. Yes, but which toilet do we put it on? Or do we put it on both? Anyways, I didn't have a whole lot other, I guess, another non-scale victory that I had thought about sharing before I put this shirt on and decided that was going to be a non-scale victory today was cutting the grass at work. It's the first time that this year that I cut the grass at work on our riding lawnmower. And it is a nice riding lawnmower. It's like the 0-turn thing that has a steering wheel. But before starting this, back in 2019, cutting the grass was so difficult for me because I was so big, and there's like this huge hill that leads up to the road coming by our property that I would be at like an angle cutting the grass, and it would put like a ton of stress on my hip. And then also my stomach would be pushing down on my legs, and I'd get this awful fatigue in my legs just from cutting the grass. Like I'd be seated on a lawnmower and I'd have to take a break because I had this pain in my hips from sitting on this riding lawnmower for the hour and a half that it takes me to cut the grass. And today I'm hopping on and off the lawnmower. I'm zipping around. I'm sure I'm saving hours of usage on the lawnmower itself. I'm not taxing it so hard. But when something's in the way, I'm able to hop off real quick and move it. And it's not like this big burden for me to do those things. And so another non-scale victory I had today was just getting on our work riding mower here and, and getting the grass cut and just being able to do it without having the pain and the frustration of being so heavy. Colin says that the attachments are super easy and low cost and you have multiples. Yes, that's something that we will probably look into, and I will be talking about that in the future, probably not too far down the line. But it's still kind of an odd, it's sort of like switching over to this diet. It's nothing I've ever done before. It seems weird to use something like a bidet, but I don't know that I've ever had anybody ever tell me they regret buying one or having one available to them. So that is something that we will probably look into and see. And I know that they're not too difficult to mess with or to install. The only thing, our toilet in our basement's very old. It's like this baby blue color from like the 70s. I don't imagine it makes a difference what the toilets look like, but so yeah. I'm going to get out of here though. I have a really busy weekend. I got work all day tomorrow, and then our son's going on his camping trip, and I got a lot of other things going on. So I am going to get out of here for today. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I will be back live on Monday to update you guys on the weekend and how things are going for me. Again, I absolutely have to thank Chef AJ for so many things. First off, I absolutely have to thank Chef AJ for taking the time to do the audio book for the Pleasure Trap, because if she would not have made that as accessible as she did, I don't know that I would have ever discovered this way of eating or this lifestyle. And then for her to allow me onto her show this week to share my story and my experience so far has been awesome for me with this channel, and just personally to be able to share that has been a great experience. I've gained over 400 subscribers on my channel, which is awesome because I had like 500 before I went on. So it's really grown. I've met some awesome people that have come and been on my live chat here. Colin's been great today, and the blind guy, his wife, Aunt, I can't think of the other, Aunt something, the trucker meeting you guys has been so awesome. Jane and Anthony's always been here. So thank you guys so much for the support. It really, really helps. It keeps me so focused. The accountability is through the roof now. I already was feeling like I was accountable to lots of people, and now it's even better. So I do have to say a big thank you to Chef AJ for everything she's done for me this past week. And then also she's sending us some California balsamic vinaigrette, which is cool. We're going to try that out. So hopefully we get a recipe out, or can talk to you guys a little bit about that as well. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, get subscribed to the channel, click on the bell icon so you get alerted when I go live, hit the thumbs up button. And if you haven't started your diet yet, get started right now. There's no reason to wait. There's nothing coming up this weekend that's more important than your health and your overall well-being. Get the junk food out of the house, replace it with healthy, vibrant fruits and vegetables and grains and legumes and nuts and seeds, and find out the wonderful benefits of eating a whole food plant-based diet. But get started right now. Nobody gets to their goals, looks back and says they wish they would have waited. Everybody says they wish they would have started sooner. Absolutely everybody does. Also, don't fall for the 2 myths of moderation. The myth of moderate change, the idea that you're going to slowly just start eating a little bit healthier food. I'm going to have salad before dinner, or I'm going to cut this out, but I'm going to keep this other crap in my diet. Maybe it works for some people, but many people going cold tofurkey, as Chef AJ corrected me, is the way to go. Because if your goal at the end of the whole process is to switch your diet completely, you might as well just go all in. And don't fall for the myth of moderate consumption. The idea that a little bit of something unhealthy is okay. These companies want you to believe that. It's so that you think that, I can have a balanced diet. The idea of a balanced diet is ridiculous. Your diet should be, if you got healthy food here and you got junk food here, it shouldn't be balanced. It should be very heavy on I'm way off camera here, very heavy on the health food and very light on the junk food. It should be non-existent in the junk food. So the idea that a little bit of something unhealthy is okay is a myth. The idea that you can eat half a portion of dinner and still be satisfied is a myth. We are designed to eat volumes of food. And I am enjoying life eating a volume of food like I did yesterday. And it doesn't have the same effect as eating a volume of junk food. When you eat a volume of healthy food, your body takes the nutrients from it and feeds your body with that. So I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you Monday. Thank you again so much. You guys all rock.